How y'all doing out there? This is Pete. I'm looking at a wire harness. The car that I'm working on behind me is a 1968 Mustang Fastback. A lot of people are confused on wire harnesses and what type of kit should I buy to wire my car up. And it all comes down to the situation of what kind of car are you building? What kind of car are you restoring? There's only two companies that I use. I use this company right here, which we're going to take a look at that. And then I use another company, and I have a box down here. And the name of their company is right there, Quick Wire. These are the only two wire harnesses that I use. That's it. I don't shop around. I don't get on eBay. I don't play games and you know, who's better than this guy and all that. I already know who the best one is. Now, before we go any further, there's a company out there called Painless Wiring. There is nothing painless about them. They should be called Pain in the Ass Wiring Company. All right, you can tell I don't like them. The reason I don't like them, several reasons. The main reason is because the wires that they use are very, very thin gauge. They're very hard to read. If you have never wired a car up, you want to be able to read what is written on that wire. You want to be able to see neutral safety switch, coil plus. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to be able to see brake light switch, because every wire, when you buy a wire, whether you buy this kit right here, which is American Auto Wire, or you buy Quick Wire, or one of these other wiring facilities that make them, every single wire is going to be marked. It's going to be labeled all the way down the wire what that wire goes to. It's going to be color coded. Now, the color coding is normally color coded to a General Motors product. That means if you're wiring up a Ford, you're going to go through your manual. Let's see if the manual's in here. I just want to... Okay, let me do this. Let me go get the manual for the Quick Wire, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Okay, so there's your manual that comes with the Quick Wire. Can you read that, people? Do you see what's going on here? General Motors, Ford, Chrysler. Just because it says that doesn't mean that it's only for that application. Quick Wire is a universal wire harness, but it is specifically wire diagrammed up for, you got it, General Motors. All right? And this manual that comes with this, okay, here's a motor group. It shows you specifically what's going on. Number 14 wire, 16 gauge alternator exciter. Do you see that? It shows you right here. This is a white wire. It shows you right here, number 16 red, 10 gauge. Starter to the battery, shows you how it goes on. That's your universal situation. Look at right here. Ford charging system. It shows you exactly which wire goes where on how to wire up your Ford alternator or generator or whatever you're using. Let's back up a page. Right here. All right. General Motors charging system. Shows you everything you need to know. What wire, what color wire, where does that wire go? Which wire do I use for my alternator? Got caution, notes, explanations, everything. Here's our motor group. This is your universal diagram. I'm going to show you that in a minute. If we were going to work on a Ford or a Chrysler, then we're going to go ahead and flip through, all right, until we see something that says, here's this General Motors steering column. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to flip the page, and look what we got. We got Ford column turn signal group. We got Ford turn signal plugs, all right? There's your Chrysler right there. So this is a very, very knowledgeable and exciting pamphlet, you might call that, or book, just to own, to study how to wire cars up. Very simple, very easy. You see the situation. I showed you examples. Here's an instrument group wiring diagram. This is the universal situation, okay? When I say universal, that's where we get into this wire harness over here, people. This is not specifically designed for a specific make and model year car. This wire harness, which we're going to look at in a minute, is. Now, another thing that you can get from QuickWire is you can get individual parts. This is a General Motors headlamp switch. We got an individual dimmer switch. If you want to buy a dimmer switch, or possibly there might be one of the kits they have might come with that. Here's a wiper switch if you're going to hook wipers up. All right, this is called the switch pack that I'm showing you. A reason that you get the aftermarket is, here's a good example. If you want to hook this up, there's actually a fuse to do that with. It's an accessory fuse. Okay, and what this is a charging port. This is not a lighter, this is a charging port. So if you want to put something like that in your car, this is a good wire harness to have because it has universal accessory, what do we call that? Accessory connections to add stuff onto. So if you are building, let's just say for instance, a 1934 Ford. Let's just say you got a 1934 Ford kit car and you need a wire harness. This is it. If you got an old, let's say you have an old 1967 Chevelle, we'll say, and you're doing an LS conversion, and you're putting autometer gauges in it, and you're using aftermarket tail lights and headlights and all this other stuff. Even if you're using the factory headlights and taillights, you're going to want to get a wire harness like this. So this is our universal wire harness. It's our aftermarket universal wire harness, QuickWire. Contact them, tell them that my friend Pete told you to call me, or call them, and you're going to get a special discount. Now, before we get on to the other wire harness, I want to go ahead and show you how universal the QuickWire really is. So if you look at this Volkswagen right here, I just got done wiring this up. I just got done wiring this, and you can see I got a bunch of accessories left if I want to add stuff to it. These are the accessory harnesses that I was telling you about. This is a 14-circuit wire harness, and it served its purpose for everything that I needed, from headlights to taillights to stereos. There's the stereo, and then if you look inside there, there's all the gauges. Nice and compact. The wires are extra, extra long. I got everything wired up very nicely. You can see where my wire harness runs down here, so they give you plenty of wire to use. Okay? More than enough wire. And then of course I spliced, diced, cut, chopped, and did what I had to do to hook everything up in the rear of the car. But if you look at this car, this is basically a universal wire harness car. This is not a specific spec'd out car that we're going to use the American Auto wire harness on. This is a universal wire harness vehicle, sir. That's what this is. once again, I'm just randomly going over this very quickly just to show you what the difference is. I get a lot of emails. I don't know what wire harness to get, my friend Pete. What are you doing? I'm restoring my old classic Chevelle. Okay, you're going to want to get American Auto Wire. Okay, I get another call. Hey Pete, I'm ready to wire my car up. What kind of car is it? It's a 1936 Ford, and I got an LS conversion. Okay, you're going to want to get quick wire. So now that we looked at the quick wire harness and we found out that this is a universal wire harness that'll work on basically anything you want, unless you are a specific type guy that's working on a specific year, make, and model, and you're going to be using a lot of the OEM factory stuff, this is the wire harness that you want. This is it right here. You saw my Volkswagen. I wired it up. This was the wire harness for that Volkswagen, and it went very, very quick, very, very well, and it worked out awesomely. All right, so now that we looked at the universal quick wire harness, and once again, there's a lot of universal wire harnesses out there. You can find them on eBay. Painless wire harness, they're universal. I recommend you go with quick wire. Why do I say that? I've been using quick wire for 25 years. They're reliable. Their tech support is 100%. They don't ignore you. They take care of you. And they're a family-owned business, and it's just a very, very reputable company to work with. It's not one of these fly-by-night places that if you run into a problem, you can't get a hold of anybody, and this, that, and the other. Painless wiring is basically pain in the ass wiring. The people are hard to get a hold of. When you do get a hold of them, they basically twist and turn everything around and blame it on you. It's your fault. You don't know what you're doing. Get somebody that can do it for you, and basically fuck off. So, now that we went over that, let's go over this. This is an OEM factory wire harness made by this company right there called American Auto Wire. They make wire harnesses for all kinds, sizes, shapes, and cars of all types of vehicles. They also sell wire packages if you only need one specific situation. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and show you. This is a specific kit for the Mustang behind me. This is the kit, this is the wire kit that is designed specifically for that. And when I say that, all of the headlight, tail light connections are OEM factory original. It comes with all of the electrical connectors. This is a wire harness that you can use your factory original gauges on. It's all the interior light, connections, housings, bulb holders, everything that is factory OEM original is in this box. Now I'm going to tell you something else about this. This is not cheap. This is a lot more expensive than going with quick wire. But let me show you what you get if you are wanting to wire your car up using this type of a wire harness. We're going to go ahead and open that up, and look what happens right when you open it. It says stop. Read this. This is the classic update series. They got two type of wire harnesses. They got the classic series, and then they got the classic update. Now what the classic update is it gives you extra circuits for accessory items that you might want to put in your car, such as a stereo system, power windows, power locks. Do you see what I'm saying? Remote entry doors. It also gives you the ability to use aftermarket gauges if you don't want to use the factory ones. But it still gives you the look, feel, and satisfaction that this is an OEM factory wire harness, if that makes any sense. The updated classic update series, that's what we got here, also lets you hook up all of the electronics for a overdrive transmission or possibly a T56 6-speed transmission. This is a very expensive wiring kit, but it's well worth the money. Let's go ahead and see what kind of action we get in this kit. First of all, everything is broke down into packages. This package right here is the alternator and main power connection various application system. Comes with your fuse links, comes with all of your battery cables, battery wires, alternator wires, comes with all the connections. Here they are right here. Do you see that? All the connections, all the fuses, mega fuses, the whole 9 yards. And that is a very high quality and very dependable situation. Here's our main wire harness. We're not going to open it up. This actually has the fuse box in it. It's everything for the interior of your car, the gauges, all of the gauge lights, all of the interior lights, and everything and anything else interior. And then it also has the engine wire harness, possibly part of the engine wire kit that goes into the engine compartment. And you can see that this is a very nice, high quality kit if you're going OEM. We got the instrument cluster wire harness. This is the classic update series. Once again, you can see right here, it's got everything and anything to hook up all your aftermarket gauges, or possibly if you want to use your factory gauges, universal, you can use either one with this kit. It's all packaged separately and very individually. Look at the instructions are inside, shows you everything you need to know. Here's another one called the engine harness kit. All these wires, this is another thing about American Auto Wire, is all the wires are factory spec. Factory spec, factory color. It's not a universal wire harness like the quick wire that is a all around General Motors, but it shows you where the other wires go if you got a Chrysler or a Ford. These ones here are specifically designed, the color codes are specific to the car and year, make, model that you are using. This bag right here, rear body harness. All right, this is the rear light harness. This is our tail lights, our fuel tank. This is our fuel pump, electric fuel pump if you're going to put one on there. Remember, this is an updated kit. It's got all the factory connections. Let me see if I can show you that. OEM factory bulb holders. I don't know if you can see that in there where my thumb is. All right. It's got the factory connections just like on the factory car already installed. Do you see that right there? Okay. Whereas the universal kit from Quickwire doesn't have any of this hooked up. You got to do it yourself. This particular kit comes with a brand new factory OEM ignition switch. Wow. So this is a factory OEM ignition switch. There it is right there. You see it in my hand. All right. It also comes with this kit, which is the forward lamp control. This is your front headlamp assembly and your hood lights, your hood turn signals. And once again, I want to show you this if I can. I'm not opening the bag, but I want you to look right there. There's your OEM factory original plug system on this wire harness. Okay, and that's one of the reasons you want to get this if you are restoring a classic automobile. This kit right here comes with this bag, and it's called the headlight switch various. Oh, this has a. Okay, so he got the kit that's got all this. So we got a factory Ford headlight switch here. This is an OEM factory Ford headlight and an ignition switch. We're not done yet. Look at all the fuses, the relays, everything right here in one bag. And this is not a glass fuse kit. This is a late model Y2K compatible. And then this kit right here, window washer. This is your window washer kit. And once again, look at this. It's already spec'd out, plug and play. We got a dimmer switch. And then this bag right here, what is this? This is special connectors. A lot of connectors. One little bag of connectors right there. So this is what you're getting when you get an Auto Wire, American Auto Wire wire harness when you are wanting to do your car specifically like a OEM factory car. This is what you're getting right here. So you kind of see the difference, and I wish I had another quick wire harness to show you what it looks like. And then we finally get to the wire harness. You can actually get a switch pack from these people as well, and I think that we have one in here. Here's our universal key switch. We got our dimmer switch right here, and yes, we do have our universal headlamp switch. And you can see the difference between auto wire and quick wire. Quick wire, you have to make your own connections, but you understand now. You see, this is a universal headlight, universal wiring. This is universal wiring, wire harness that you have to build yourself. Very simple, very easy. You can see the thickness of the wires, and you can also see that every wire is marked and legible, you might say. And we'll get a better look right here. You can see that this says number 16, brake switch to turn switch. So as you see, the quick wire harness is a simplified, easy to use, and very uncomplicated harness to install in your vehicle. If you're looking for an easy way out, quick wire is the way to go. And it's just one big lump sum, whereas the American Auto Wire is broke down into sections, just like the factory car that you own today. If you are building a hot rod custom car, or you're building a car that might say, hey, I'm not using all that factory shit, I don't care, then this is what you want right here. Okay? We got quick wire for our aftermarket applications. We got American Auto Wire right here for our OEM factory original applications. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I hope this video has helped you out. I hope that it has given you knowledge on what wire harness I should buy to wire my vehicle up. And if you got any questions, you need answers to any of your wiring problems, don't hesitate to call my friend Pete or email me. I'll be glad to talk to you, and I'll also be glad to email you back with all your answers. Take it easy. We'll see you later, and happy wiring.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.